Welcome to today's session on all air systems and temperature control. We'll explore the fascinating world of HVAC systems, from all air temperature control methods to variable air volume systems. This journey will highlight how these systems enhance comfort, efficiency, and indoor air quality. We'll uncover the cutting-edge techniques and technologies that make modern HVAC systems pivotal in both residential and commercial spaces. Let's unravel the intricacies of these systems and their role in creating sustainable, energy-efficient environments. Introduction. First, let's understand why HVAC systems are so important. They ensure a comfortable and productive environment by regulating heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Without a proper system, it's hard to maintain focus or even stay comfortable indoors. Next, let's talk about temperature. It plays a huge role in our comfort. Whether it's too hot or too cold, it directly impacts how we feel and perform. That's why precise temperature control is so essential. Furthermore, energy efficiency is a key consideration. HVAC systems can be energy intensive, so using efficient methods helps reduce costs and environmental impact while maintaining comfort. Temperature control in all air systems. In all air systems, temperature control is achieved by adjusting airflow or air temperature. The most common methods include constant air volume and variable air volume systems. Firstly, constant air volume systems maintain a constant airflow rate while adjusting the air temperature as needed. Conversely, variable air volume systems vary airflow based on demand, offering better energy efficiency and precise control. Additionally, reheat adds heat to the cooled air to raise its temperature where fine control is needed, such as managing humidity. Similarly, phase/bypass dampers regulate how much air bypasses the heating or cooling coils to fine-tune temperature control. Temperature control methods. Let's explore some key temperature control methods used in all air systems. Firstly, constant flow volume maintains a steady airflow rate while adjusting only the heating or cooling source. This method is simple but may lack overall energy efficiency. Furthermore, variable air volume systems are more efficient as they maintain a constant air temperature while adjusting airflow to meet the specific demands of different zones. Additionally, the reheat method works by first cooling air to manage humidity and then reheating it to the desired temperature. This offers precise control but can lead to higher energy costs. Likewise, each of these methods has its own advantages and challenges, depending on the application and system requirements. Let's take a closer look at the constant volume system in single duct, single zone systems. Firstly, this system adjusts the space temperature by changing the supply air temperature rather than varying the airflow rate. Furthermore, the supply fan runs continuously, maintaining constant airflow to the space at all times. In addition, to achieve more cooling, cold water is sent in greater amounts to the cooling coil, resulting in colder air entering the space. Similarly, more heating is achieved by increasing the amount of hot water or steam sent to the heating coil. Likewise, while effective in maintaining consistent conditions, constant volume systems are known for poor energy efficiency due to the continuous operation of the fan. Let's explore the reheat system. Single duct, single zone systems are not flexible. A reheat system overcomes this limitation by dividing the space into separate zones. The reheat system enables dividing space into different zones, allowing for individual temperature control for each zone. Zone control is achieved by reheating cool air to the desired temperature for each zone. The reheat system uses a secondary process to apply heat to the air. Reheat uses a secondary process to apply heat, using hot water, steam, or electricity as the heating medium. This flexibility allows for efficient heating in different types of buildings. In this HVAC system schematic, we see a setup designed for optimal zone temperature control. The cooling coil lowers the temperature of incoming outside air, while the preheat coil ensures the air is warmed slightly to prevent condensation. Fresh outside air is mixed with exhaust air for ventilation. The supply air fan circulates conditioned air into different zones, and a humidifier adds moisture when necessary. The return air fan pulls air back from the zones, which is then reconditioned. Bypass boxes allow airflow control between zones, while reheat coils warm the air as needed. Each zone, identified as Zone A and Zone B, features its own temperature settings, ensuring personalized comfort throughout the building. Let's explore the terminal units. Terminal units provide localized control for each zone in reheat systems. Terminal units are placed under windows or in overhead ductwork and can heat primary or induced secondary air. Conditioned air is supplied at a fixed cold air temperature to offset the maximum cooling load in each zone. Reheat systems are used in various applications requiring close thermal control, such as offices, hospitals, and spaces with high latent loads, etc. Let's take a look at the advantages of reheat systems. Reheat systems come with some great advantages. They allow for precise control in areas with different heat loads, like rooms with lots of windows that might need extra cooling. They also provide independent dehumidification, helping to control both temperature and humidity. Plus, you can divide a building into almost as many zones as you need. Imagine setting up a system that can be easily customized. As the building layout changes, you can add more terminal units or adjust the zones with little effort. Let's take a look at disadvantages of reheat systems. But there are also downsides. Reheat systems can be energy intensive if not designed well. Many energy codes limit their use, and adding heat to air that's already been cooled isn't the most efficient process. This setup also requires more piping and heating coils, which add to costs. It's like having to heat cold coffee back up instead of just keeping it at the right temperature in the first place. Improving reheat energy efficiency. Fortunately, there are ways to improve the efficiency of reheat systems. First, we can vary the supply air volume to match demand, which reduces energy use. Next, resetting the supply air temperature can help balance comfort and energy savings. Lastly, using heat recovery systems can capture waste heat and use it elsewhere, which saves energy and money. Variable air volume is one of the most efficient ways to distribute air. Instead of constantly adjusting the air temperature, variable air volume systems adjust how much air flows into a space. When it's warm, the variable air volume box opens up to allow more air in, and when it's cooler, it restricts the flow. This makes it adaptable and energy efficient, especially in spaces with changing temperatures. For example, an office with lots of computers would get more cooling air, while a room with fewer devices wouldn't need as much. In this schematic of an air handling unit, or AHU, we see how outside air is processed for efficient temperature control. The system starts with outside air, which passes through a filter to remove particulates before it reaches the cooling coil. Here, the air is cooled to a temperature of 55 degrees Fahrenheit. A supply fan then circulates this conditioned air to various zones within the building. The variable air volume boxes play a crucial role. One is fully open to accommodate a high load in that zone, while another is partially open for a moderate load in a different area. Let us explore the single duct, single zone variable air volume systems designed to control airflow within a specific zone of a building. These systems can be categorized as local or central. Local variable air volume systems are installed directly within the zone they serve, requiring minimal ductwork for efficient air distribution. In contrast, central variable air volume systems have their components located at a distance from the zone and utilize a network of ducts to deliver conditioned air. This configuration allows for flexible temperature control and energy efficiency tailored to the specific needs of each zone. Let's talk about where these systems are commonly used. You'll often find them in small department stores, helping streamline daily operations. They're also widely utilized in small individual stores within shopping centers, ensuring efficient inventory management and smoother sales processes. Moving on, Individual classrooms in schools benefit from these systems by enhancing convenience and organization. In computer rooms, they're ideal for managing resources effectively. And that's not all. These systems play a critical role in hospital operating rooms, where precision and efficiency are paramount. In this diagram of an HVAC system, we observe the process of air conditioning for a conditioned space. The system begins with outside air, which first passes through a filter to remove contaminants. This air then moves through cooling and heating coils, where its temperature is adjusted as needed. A supply fan is responsible for moving the conditioned air into the space. Key components include the variable frequency drive, which helps control the speed of the fan for energy efficiency, and the building automation system that monitors and manages the overall operation. Let's understand the methods of varying supply air volume. Simple variable air volume system is typically used in cooling-only applications. Three methods can be used to vary supply air volume. Speed control with variable frequency drive. Using a variable frequency drive allows for adjusting the fan speed, which directly impacts the volume of air supplied. Dumping excess air. Excess air is vented to the outside, reducing the amount of air circulated within the building. Fan bypass. Air is directed around the fan, reducing the amount of air being circulated. This method is often used in conjunction with other methods to fine-tune the air volume. Let's continue with the methods of varying supply air volume. There are three main methods for varying supply air volume. Speed control with variable frequency drive. This method is preferred due to its reliability, affordability, and energy efficiency. The speed control adjusts the fan's operation to match the reduced airflow needs. Dumping excess air. This method keeps the fan speed and volume constant but can lead to overcooling and insufficient supply air. It also causes air leakage and radiant cooling from the ceiling. Using a fan bypass. This method reduces the supply air volume but is not energy efficient. The most energy efficient method is speed control. The methods of varying supply air volume are crucial for optimizing HVAC systems. Speed control with variable frequency drives is the most effective approach, as it allows for precise adjustments to fan speed, ensuring that airflow matches the specific needs of the space while minimizing energy consumption. Let's take a look at advantages of a single-zone variable air volume system. A single-zone variable air volume system offers several advantages. Precise temperature and humidity control. This system allows for accurate regulation of temperature and humidity within the zone. Independent operation. Each zone can be shut down without affecting the operation of other areas, making it ideal for spaces with varying occupancy needs. Reasonable energy efficiency. While not the most energy efficient option, single-zone variable air volume systems offer fair energy consumption. User-friendly control. The system is relatively easy to control, making it convenient for occupants to adjust the climate to their preferences. Energy optimization. The system can adapt to economizer cycles, which utilize outdoor air when conditions allow, leading to improved energy efficiency. Let's take a look at the disadvantages of a single-zone variable air volume system *. Limited heating/cooling. It only provides heating/cooling to one zone. Single space control. It can only respond to a single set of space conditions. Uniform variations. It is suitable only when variations are uniform in the building area. Stable loads. It is ideal for stable loads, such as interior rooms. Cost-effective solution. It is a cost-effective solution for single-family residences. Let's explore the single-duct zone variable air volume systems. Single-duct zone variable air volume systems are a type of HVAC system that uses a single duct to deliver air to multiple zones. Each zone has its own terminal box with a controller that regulates the airflow to that zone. The system uses a damper to control the airflow to each zone, allowing for individual temperature control in each zone. The variable air volume terminal box controller receives a setpoint temperature from the thermostat in each zone and adjusts the damper to maintain that temperature. The system is efficient because it only delivers air to the zones that need it, saving energy. Single duct zone variable air volume systems are commonly used in commercial buildings, such as office buildings, hotels, and schools. This diagram illustrates a dual duct all-air system, a type of HVAC system commonly used in commercial buildings. Dual duct, this system utilizes two separate ductwork systems, one carrying cold air and the other carrying hot air. Cold deck, the cold air is typically cooled by a chilled water coil. Hot deck, the hot air is usually heated by a heating coil. Reheat coil, a reheat coil can be incorporated to add additional heat to the air stream if needed, offering greater temperature control. Discharge sensor, a discharge sensor monitors the temperature of the air delivered to the space, allowing for automatic adjustments to maintain desired temperatures. This system provides flexibility in controlling the temperature of individual zones within a building by mixing the hot and cold air streams. It is a common choice for buildings with varying thermal loads and occupancy patterns. Multi-zone systems. This diagram shows a multi-zone system with a single air handling unit and 4 zones. The air handling unit is a central unit that houses a cooling coil, a fan, and a mixing chamber. The air handling unit receives fresh air from outside, mixes it with return air, and sends the conditioned air to the 4 zones through a system of variable air volume boxes. The variable air volume boxes allow for independent control of the airflow and temperature in each zone. Damper controls are used to adjust the airflow to each zone based on the thermal loads present in that zone. We truly appreciate you joining us on this journey into the world of all air systems and temperature control. Your time and attention are invaluable as we explore the technology, methods, and techniques that drive modern HVAC systems. Thank you for being part of this learning experience. In the next class, we're going to discuss HVAC and characteristics of air. See you there.